This is the Lancer Locker Show on KYNT. Now, let's talk some Mount Marty University athletics with the coaches, as well as your host and the voice of Mount Marty University athletics, Tel Tanner.
It's my pleasure to bring you this show each and every week, talking with Mount Marty student athletes and coaches. And one heck of a weekend we just saw. We're going to go ahead and get straight into it with our Lancer Week in Review and some of the things that we saw over the last couple of days, as there was quite a bit of history made across sports over the last couple of days for Mount Marty University. And we're going to speak with an athlete, a Lancer athlete from the men's basketball program, who was just honored on Senior Day this last Saturday in the win over Dakota Wesleyan in Deegan Williams. Deegan transferred in from Black Hills State University. A D2 transfer came in this offseason, and it's been massive running the point guard position for the Lancers this year. That's going to be our first break here, or our first guest here on the Lancer Locker. And then we're going to take a break, come back, and hear post-game comments from Saturday for the basketball programs. Let's talk about what happened over the weekend for basketball. The Lancers swept the in-state GPAC rival in Dakota Wesleyan University on Saturday. Both men and women took the win, and both had massive wins. Really, really meant a lot for the program, not just beating the opponent, but what those wins ended up meaning in terms of the conference standings. Let's start it off with the women's first. The Lancer women took down the Tigers 75-63. That was a 12-point win over the number 9 ranked team in the country. Dakota Wesleyan ranked at 9 in this week's poll. Number 9 team goes down in Yankton. Kayla Martinez led Mount Marty with a game-high 22 points. Alexis Folkers had 17 points, 12 rebounds for double-double as well. And they got the win. And with that win, the Lancer women ended up locking in. They are back into the tournament. They have locked up. They will be back in the GPAC tournament, which is a really cool thing for them. The Lancer men ended the evening also beating Dakota Wesleyan, also by 12, 88-76. And 4 different Lancers scored in double figures in this one. Sutton Aaron had 19, Jake Jensen 18, 15 from Tyler Sandoval, and 13 from Jackson Edmond. The Lancer is going to be on the road this Wednesday as they take on Concordia. But that Lancer men victory, once again, not only did they beat D-Dub, but they also ended up locking up a top 4 seed in the GPAC tournament. They will be hosting a postseason tournament game next Wednesday. A week from this Wednesday, Lancers are going to be hosting in the postseason for the first time in school history. Never done that before in GPAC play. This will be the first one. They get to host. They've earned that top 4 seed, and that is a really, really cool thing. We'll talk about that a little later with Deegan Williams in the next segment. For now, let's get to some other sports and some other history that happened over the weekend. As the Mount Marty baseball team, they had 4 wins this weekend over Heston College, and they really just controlled it. They controlled it the whole way through, and Coach Josh Tykrow for the Lancers ended up having a really, really special moment in Game 1 on Sunday. After they swept Heston College, he picked up his 100th career win. Josh Tykrow of Mount Marty, his 100th career win. That was a really, really cool moment there for the Lancers. The next games out for the Lancers, a 3-game series with Valley City State coming up this weekend, February 21st and 22nd, scheduled to be played in Yankton again. The softball team, they did have a couple of losses. They went up to Aberdeen and played Northern State University this weekend. They fell 4-3 and 8-0 in the 2 games there. Their next games are going to be, once again, this next weekend, actually, the 27th. They're going to play William Penn and Viterbo University over in Sioux Center, playing in that dome over in Sioux Center. Competitive cheer, they ended up placing 6th down in the Northwestern College competition. They scored a 76.41, did Mount Marty University cheer this last weekend as they were there on Friday and Saturday. Their next meet is the GPAC Cheer Championships, which will be March 6th and March 7th in Orange City. Track and field, they're also getting ready for the GPAC Indoor Championships. That is this weekend. Indoor Championships going to be over in Sioux Center Friday and Saturday for track and field. And that's about going to do it for our upcoming schedule week in review. Let's now go ahead and take a break here on the Lancer Locker. We'll come back in a couple of minutes, and we got to speak with Deegan Williams, one of the seniors who was honored on Senior Day this last Saturday for Mount Marty in the win over Dakota Wesleyan. And once again, the Lancers going to be hosting a postseason game. So here is senior Deegan Williams. Spoke with him a little earlier today. I don't think the Lancers had classes today, so I appreciate him coming in. We'll play that up next after the break. You're listening to Lancer Locker on KYNT.
A big thank you from Mount Marty University to one of Yankton's greatest employers and friend of the community, Aztec. They're very proud to support the Mount Marty Lancers. The vision at Aztec is to build industry-changing solutions that create life-changing opportunities. And you can build a career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. Best wishes, Mount Marty, from your friends at Aztec.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
Mount Marty coverage on KYNT and KYN-TV courtesy of Michelob Ultra. The holidays are over and it's time for a new year. The year you vow to finally lose those extra pounds. Healthier food choices, more exercise, and Michelob Ultra. With just 95 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of Mich Ultra without compromising a healthier lifestyle. Live fit, live fun, live Ultra. Get some at your favorite place to buy beer.
Those are the sounds of loyal companions looking for a new home and family. The Heartland Humane Society has dogs and cats looking to become a new member of your family, ready for adoption today. Every animal available for adoption is vaccinated, spayed or neutered, microchipped, and dewormed, saving you over $200 or more in vet care while giving you a loyal friend. Come visit all available animals at 3400 East Highway 50 Yankton or online at heartlandhumanesociety.net.
Here at Runza, customers always ask us,
why do you trick us into eating cabbage?
No, they ask, when are you going to bring back the Italian Runza sandwich? And the answer is, right now.
Cool, the Italian Runza's back. What is an Italian Runza?
It's got ground beef, Italian sausage, black olives, mushrooms, mozzarella, and savory tomato sauce.
And no cabbage. What's Italian for sign me up?
Good question. The Italian Runza is back for a limited time. Runza makes it all better.
Slumberland Furniture is your local destination for top brands like Lazy Boy, Ashley, Flex Steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and more. Carrying a full range of mattresses and furniture for every room in your home, you'll find styles you'll love at values that make sense. From everyday essentials to name brand comfort, Slumberland offers the selection and their service goes the extra mile. Visit Slumberland Furniture, 2401 Broadway in Yankton, where helping you create a comfortable home is what they do best.
All right, back here on the Lancer Locker on KYNT, 102.1 FM, AM 1450. As we're now here with the Lancer senior men's basketball player in Deegan Williams. Deegan, it's good to finally kind of officially meet you in person. Obviously, we passed each other covering the games and through everything all season long, but good to have you in the booth. Thank you for joining me.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about you. As you just came to Mount Marty this off season, you transferred in from Black Hill State University with a friend of yours in Jackson Edmond. You both came in together. And that, I assume, was a big factor in Mount Marty being the destination for the two of you as you got to come together, correct?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was kind of a dream to be able to transfer with someone you've previously played with and someone you're close with. So I'm glad it worked out this way.
And I assume y'all meshed pretty good on the basketball court. We've certainly seen it.
I think so too, yeah.
Now I'm going to put you on the spot real quick before we really get into anything. Who do you think who else have you really meshed with on the basketball team on the court as well? Who does your style of play mesh with well?
I think most of the guys, honestly. I don't think we got a whole lot of egos. So, I mean, I love playing with Sutton. I love playing with Jake, Tyler, Jackson, Dame, Mac, Rugby, all those guys. Like
goes on.
Yep.
And that's exactly the answer I expect from the point guard. So thank you for that. Yep. So let's go ahead and get into you and get into this season. Mount Marty, outside of just coming with Jackson, as you came in this year to spend your final year of college basketball here, what was it about Coach Othier and the Mount Marty program that made you think this was going to be the spot?
I just really liked the vision he had for this year and with how the GPAC was looking and how, we were kind of building and everyone was kind of in a rebuild stage. And so it just felt like this was the year that, Mount Marty could take that step forward that they've been wanting to do for such a long time. And so with bringing in me and Jackson and seeing the pieces that they already had, it just felt like the right decision to make for sure.
Let's go to the future then, as you're set to graduate here in the spring. Off the court, what is your major? What you going to do with it?
So I am majoring in business, finance, and banking, and I will hopefully start out at a bank. I'll move to Arizona. That's actually where my fiance is at right now, and so I'll move there and hopefully start out at a bank. So.
Wow, fiance down in Arizona. That has to be kind of an adventure for the two of you this season, being so far apart.
Yeah, it's not the first time. This is our third year doing distance. We met in high school and so kind of just had to make it work. So it's been hard, but I'm glad we made it through it.
And you can see the destination at the end now, finally. You're set to graduate, and you said go join her, right?
For sure, yep. That's the plan.
That's really cool. Just 3 years, obviously, with that type of a distance. I'm pretty sure she was here for senior day, correct?
Yep. She came for senior day, but yeah, she had to make a flight to get here.
So how was senior day? Did the Lancer crowd treat you all right? Looked like it.
Yeah, it was an awesome atmosphere. You can tell how much this rivalry means to this town and to what the guys have, that have been here that haven't got the win yet. So I'm excited to be a part of, them being able to finally get D-Dub.
So let's turn to that future career again, down in Arizona. What is it exactly you're hoping to do again?
So I want to work within a bank. I'm not sure what I want to specify in yet, but just kind of going with the flow and figuring out what I like and what I don't like, and hopefully can figure out and just find a home down there. And so I'm tired of moving, so I hope I find somewhere and stay there for a while.
That's fair enough, man. Everybody moves a lot in the college years.
Yeah.
All right, so off the court and out of school, what are some of the things that you like to do with your time? Any hobbies?
Yeah, I got a couple hobbies. I mean, one of them is when it's in the wintertime and you can't go outside, I play a lot of video games. I'm a pretty big gamer, but when it's nice and warm out, I love to golf. That's something me and my family do quite a bit, and then a lot of my buddies back home. But no, golfing it's a big part of my life for sure. So.
All right, so how good of a golfer are you?
I'm a 3 handicap, so I played quite a bit, played in high school, so I'm not too shabby.
All right, so I tell you what, now I'm going to put you on the spot again. Are you the best golfer on the men's basketball team?
Absolutely.
There you go, I like that. Who's the second best, do you think? Who could give you a run for your money?
I don't know, I didn't get to play with too many of the guys. I know I played with Jackson, obviously, a little more than these guys, so I might have to give the title to him, but...
This upcoming spring, summer, maybe when the weather turns, you'll be able to do it.
Exactly.
That's kind of an interesting thing, I suppose, with the winter sport, meshing with the guys throughout, obviously not in golf season. When exactly did you come to Mount Marty in the first place? Was it August?
So I came on my first visit, I want to say late March, early April of last year. And it was during a blizzard. So it was basically winter at that point. But yeah, that was my first time visiting. And I didn't get to meet too many of the guys, actually, just because I think they're all gone. But met with Coach Arthur, and I even think our assistant, MG, was gone too. So it was really basically meeting Arthur and Coach Alec too. So
they apparently did a good job selling you, just the two of them then.
Yep, they did. Yeah, it was a great visit, and I'm glad it worked out.
So when did you actually move to Yankton this summer?
So I moved the Sunday before school started, actually.
Okay.
So I moved right when school started, and we had our first open gym, I think, that night. And so, yeah.
Where are you from originally?
Gillette, Wyoming. Yeah, grew up in a small town in Wyoming.
Small town is Gillette. All right, I'm from that general area as well. Small is Gillette. You're saying?
Yeah, no, it's not small, but for certain people it may be small. But yeah,
I suppose so is Yankton for some people. I suppose. Oh man, so what's that been kind of like being in Wyoming and then West River, South Dakota, which is obviously right on the edge of Wyoming, coming all the way over to the eastern side of the state? Has it been a little different?
Yeah, it's been different for sure, coming from Spearfish and obviously growing up in Gillette. It's a different environment for sure, but I enjoy it quite a bit. It's change of scenery, and it's difficult being away from family and friends you've known, but it's good to make some new ones and have a good year this year for basketball. So I'm glad that everything worked out that I kind of wanted to happen here. So. And
you got another big move on the horizon. Still thinking about that Arizona trip. You're getting to go down there and spend a lot of time down there, and you get to get out of the winters, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm tired of winters. So.
Tired of winters growing up in this area. What's Gillette's elevation? Is that up in the mountains, or is that a little east of the mountains?
Little east, yeah. Not
okay.
But we got some mountain ranges close to us. But yeah, we're pretty low compared to other places.
All right, fair enough. So let's go back to the hobbies. You mentioned video games, especially in the winter, which is this time of the year when you're not watching film. Yeah. I suppose you're able to get some of that in. Favorite games?
Right now, I'm on that Arc Raiders grind. Right. That's kind of a new one out there. Then played Fortnite, play Madden with my brother a little bit. But yeah, I kind of just stick with those three. So
fair enough. Those are the top games. Your favorite games ever? Or those are the ones you're just playing?
Probably
now?
Ever. Yeah, I've kind of stuck with the same ones. So yeah, I don't mix it up too much. So
well, fair enough. One last question. Let's turn back to basketball for a moment. As you are getting ready to finish up your career, obviously a full postseason ahead of you and one more game at Concordia on a Wednesday night. But if you had any final message for this team, for Lancer fans going into the end of it, what would it be?
I just say that it's been fun, and I'm glad they've shown out, and especially with knowing, the history behind not hosting, I want to get the whole town there for that quarterfinal game. And I think it'd be a great atmosphere and exciting for this town and especially for the team. And so hopefully we can get her done Wednesday at Concordia and then prepare for the postseason. But just thankful for the atmosphere these guys have brought for this team, and we're just really appreciative of it.
Well, Deegan, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming in and talking with me here today on a morning when I'm pretty sure you don't even have school. So thank you for coming in and talking with me.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are a ready-to-drink vodka and tequila-based cocktail with no carbs, no sugar, gluten-free, and only 100 calories. It's guaranteed to be bursting with flavor in every sip. The Carbless Mix Pack is sure to please any crowd with a compilation of all the best-selling ready-to-drink cocktails, including sweet, citrus, and a twist of tequila flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and margarita. Grab some today. Carbless Cocktails. Less is more.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
Call Brendan Hansen and Brandon Tykrow or visit them at Suite 101B Morgan Square in Yankton.
At Parker of Yankton, we are powered by the hard work of our employees, the loyalty of our customers, and the support of our community. Together, we're engineering success like never before. Looking to start the new year with a career where you're valued and appreciated? Join the Parker team today. Visit parker.com to apply. From all of us at Parker of Yankton, thank you for making this year unforgettable.
Parker, engineering your success.
To a fresh start and boundless opportunities, here's to a new year of success and celebration from all of us at Parker of Yankton.
The SureCo exclusive SureLink wireless remote system features the most advanced industrial Bluetooth technology and best-in-class express operation. Operate any SureCo electric product with the SureLink Pro and EZR remotes, or with your smartphone using the SureLink app. To learn more, contact your authorized SureCo distributor or find us at sureco.com. Demand the best. Demand SureCo.
Hi, I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate. Buying or selling a home can be complicated, but with 20 years of experience, I'm here to put you at ease and make the process as easy as possible. We offer moving boxes and the use of our courtesy trailer to make your real estate journey a smooth one. Call me, Deb Speck, with Vision Real Estate, 605-664-5555.
All right, back here in the Lancer Locker on KYNT. Thank you to Deegan Williams for coming in and talking with us today. The senior starting guard for the Mount Marty Lancers men's basketball team that once again has locked up a top 4 seed, and they will be hosting in the GPAC tournament next Wednesday. That'll be the 25th home game in Yankton. I have no idea who the opponent, nobody does yet, or the time, but that'll be something that'll be really, really fun, and I'm hoping y'all come out and watch that. Now, let's go ahead and go to post-game comments from Saturday from both men's and women's head coaches, who both got wins over Dakota Wesleyan and both secured really big things in the GPAC tournament. The men, once again, securing that top 4 seed in hosting, and the women securing they are going to the GPAC tournament once again after missing the last few years. The Lancer women have locked up a spot in the postseason. Just a matter of what seed they're going to end up being. So we'll start off with the head coach of the Lancers women's basketball program as they played first, and I spoke with Coach Bertram first. This is from that talk on Saturday night as the Lancers had just defeated Dakota Wesleyan.
But man, what a game here today. Not only did you just get a top 10 win, but with the Morningside loss as well, you've also locked up postseason. You are going to the postseason here. It has been a grind. You took over a program that had won 2 games the year before you took over, and now you're finally back in the postseason. The work is starting to pay off.
Yeah, it is, and it's just a credit to our girls. You know, they have put so much time in. People that don't understand the work that they've put in, like everybody puts in work during the season, but we had a big group of girls that stayed the entire summer this summer and just got in the gym on a daily basis, the weight room on a daily basis because they wanted more, and it's really paid off and it showed up. And what a great day for Mount Marty women's basketball.
Coach, not only did you win the game, but you had to do it in kind of an interesting way. As midway through that third quarter, you had a couple of starters, really key players, go into foul trouble there, and Lacey Sprockle and Alexis Motley, who both had to exit the game with 3 fouls there. And instantly, the moment they go out, Emma Yost hits a couple of shots. You had to have really big minutes from your bench today, and you got really big minutes from your bench today.
Well, you know, I think that's the growth of the team. Our bench is really young. You know, Lennox and Alyssa and Jaden and Claire, all freshmen and sophomores. And so, you know, as the year has went along, they just continue to get better and better. And the one thing that that group of girls do when they take the floor is they just fight so hard. And so against a team like Dakota Wesleyan, your effort is the number one factor in whether or not you're going to be successful because of how hard they play and how physical they are. And I thought Jaden and Alyssa came in and just gave us some phenomenal minutes today that really were needed because of the foul trouble situation.
Coach, when you talk about fighting, let's talk about one of your players that has some of the most fight I've seen from a Lancer, Kayla Martinez, who put up 22 points today and went 6 of 9 from 3. And we just talked to her a moment ago. Special player that you've had over the last 4 years, was one of your original recruits as you came here.
Yeah, she's going to be a hard one not to be able to coach when this year gets over with. You know, her and I have been through a lot in our 4 years here. She started the groundwork from ground zero. She took a chance on us, and, you know, it's been a great ride the last 2 years, and I'm just so happy for her. I'm happy for Lacey. Lacey transferred from DW because it wasn't the best fit for her, and for her to be able to come here and be able to have an experience like this, I'm just so happy for her and these kids to be able to experience what postseason play is all about. And the whole premise is you hope that 5-10 years from now that this group can say we're the ones who laid the groundwork for all of our future Lancer women's basketball programs.
And Coach, you're going to the postseason. So what needs to happen over the next couple of weeks before obviously you don't know what the seeding is going to end up being and where you kind of end up going at the end here, but what are the things you're going to be focusing on over the next 2 games as you have Concordia and the College of St. Mary next week?
Well, for us, it's just about execution. Like I thought, you know, for about 85-90% of the game today, our defensive game plan was so effective, and our kids just completely executed it really, really well. And then the same way offensively today, when we struggled a little bit is when we got off course. And when we got back to being disciplined and running our stuff is when we got really good looks. And so just continuing to fight the discipline bug. It's the hardest thing with kids. When you get into the flow of the game and your emotions get going, you kind of want to do too much, and sometimes you just forget to trust the process. And so that's one thing that we'll continue to focus on these last 2 games and then heading into postseason.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for your time. That's a top 10 win and a postseason bid. That's a good day.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
That was Coach Bertram from Mount Marty women's basketball from this Saturday after the win over D-Dub. Now let's go to the men's side of things. I had a long conversation with Coach Othier right after the game ended, with Mount Marty men beating Dakota Wesleyan as well and locking up that top 4 seed. And one heck of a game. I mean, I think they had 22 offensive boards, 16 offensive boards in the second half. It was really, really special to see the way the Lancers played. So here is that talk with Coach Colin Othier.
16 second half offensive rebounds, 22 in the game, and one heck of a win on this Saturday. Not only did you get the win today, but looking at the standings, I believe you just locked up a top 4 seed, and you're going to be hosting in the postseason. That is the first time in this school's history that's happening. That is a goal that you said right away in your first year, I believe. You said this was one of the first goals you wanted to have of this program, was to host a playoff game for the first time. Coach, you're going to do it now. That's got to feel good.
It does. And all 16 second half offensive rebounds means we didn't put the ball in the basket. There's a lot of opportunities for them, but I tell you what, I mean, I just
always something to improve on.
There
right?
There is. And that's us. That's our MO. We teach it, we coach it, we work at it. We fight every single day in that in practice, and tip of our cap to our guys for being able to embrace that and buy into that was absolutely huge. So. And that has been a goal since day one. And like we talked about, all that does is just cross off another check for what we wanted to do. But we have more goals. We have more goals that are here that we've talked about and our guys want to accomplish. And we still have a lot left that we still need to play for.
I know that the offensive boards came from missed shots, but I want to talk about them anyway.
Yeah.
Jake Jensen ended up with, I believe, 6. Sutton Aaron had 8, and the majority of those in the second half as well. They were just fighting for him.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we coach it, we emphasize it, but it's on our guys to be able to execute it, and they did, and they're just kind of a little bit of a relentless mentality on it, and just a continued fight, and just a resiliency that our guys had. So, and we aren't necessarily the biggest team ever, and whatnot, and so we gotta rely on some other things, and I thought those guys just did a great job of continuing to hunt down offensive rebounds, stealing some extra possessions for us, and extending that game.
And a good performance on Senior Day as well. It happened to come when the Lancers were celebrating 4 incredible players that you've had here for a while. Can you tell me what these 4 have kind of meant to the program and how they played today?
Yeah, I thought they did a great job. Thalen came out and had two good looks. Man, I wanted those for him. But I'll tell you what, he also got 2 offensive rebounds right back in 3 minutes. Ended up picking assists in that time. And Thalen, man, I mean, just talk about somebody who just keeps working, puts that. I mean, phenomenal teammate. The guys absolutely love him to death. When we talked about it, you aren't always able to start your seniors on senior night. That's not always a possibility. And guys talked about it, and every single one. I knew in my heart of hearts what I wanted to do. But we had to make sure it wasn't going to be a distraction for our guys and that the focus was on winning the game. But it was down to it. I mean, our guys were all like, absolutely, he deserves this moment. He deserves the opportunity, and just so proud of him. Obviously, Tyler stepped up and was carrying us there for a little bit, and was just fighting and competing and making shots and defensively being a factor down there. And he took that one in the way. I think he was going to take that no matter what, that 3, and it was good to see. I mean, he's a good shooter. He just hadn't been making them as of late, and so stepped up and put it in. Obviously, Deegan coming here in year 1, I'm sure it's I mean, 5 points, 4 assists. He was 1 for 8 from the field, but he did so much on the floor that really impacted winning. He's our engine, and has just been absolutely tremendous. His leadership, his competitiveness. And then Jake kind of goes without saying. I mean, someone from day one and stuff. I remember his recruiting visit, like I do for all of our guys. But I remember his phone call and the curveballs that have been thrown throughout his career for him. Having surgery after your freshman year is tough, and all the other stuff. And just he just puts his head down and works. He's the epitome for our program. Just competes his butt off every day. His leadership, because of his competitiveness, it's hard to ever have a down practice because he competes in everything that we do. So these 4 guys have been tremendous, but like I told all of them, I want to keep going. We want to keep going. We have a lot ahead of us, and a lot of the reason why I want to keep on playing is because I'm not done competing with those 4 guys yet. And I don't think our locker room is either, and we're going to keep on fighting as this train keeps moving forward.
As you're talking about Jake, it reminds me of kind of his journey here of 3-year starter and a kind of a success story of the way that you always say you want this program to build. You want it to succeed. As he was on the development team his freshman year, came in his sophomore year, and has been a 3-year starter since then. It's good to know that program is producing winners. As Mac Ryken, same thing.
Yeah, a lifeblood of our program. It really is. I'm going to be honest with you. And Landon Potts is going to be good too, and unfortunately he's out sick right now. But Landon Potts is. I'm going to be honest. We got some guys that are on that team right now. That same thing, and it is. It's always going to be the lifeblood for our program, and where we want to be able to get guys some experience and get them out of their comfort zone a little bit, to do some things and challenge them in some different things. And so, just a tip of the cap to those guys for just putting their head down, not blocking out the outside noise, and just paying attention to what's important, which is their own individual development, and knowing that you always run your own race.
So, Coach, let's go to that upcoming schedule here. You got Concordia on Wednesday as you finish off the season, and I can give you the score update. Briar Cliff leads over Concordia 78-69 with 26 seconds to go. If that score would hold, if you would go beat Concordia, you would lock up the 3 seed on this Wednesday evening. You've already locked up top 4 for sure. Now it's just a matter of 3 or 4. So let's talk about Concordia and what Wednesday is going to look like, because that is a tough place to play at their home stadium.
Yeah, and a long time ago since we played them. It was right before Thanksgiving, and so a very, very talented team, very, very well coached. We're gonna have our hands full. It's a tough place to play. We'll have to be locked in and ready to go, but we'll enjoy this one for a little bit longer. We'll break down some film on Concordia. I know MG's got them scouted out and trying to piece some things together in terms of what we can do, and we'll be ready to go with that one. It'll be a dogfight. And at the end of the day, for us, we talk about it like, all the stand-ins and all those things, they take care of themselves. We're just focused on us. We're focused on who we are and what we do, and the rest of the stuff takes care of itself. You just can't control those things. So when we've kind of gotten caught up in the other things or looked at stuff, like they become distractions. And so we're going to continue to stay present. We're going to stay in the moment. We got to get better at some things we got to be able to clean up, and then we got to be ready for an absolute fight on Wednesday.
Final thing, Coach, let's talk about the crowd here tonight, as it was the final regular season home game, not the final home game. You got to expect they're going to be loud in that first game of the tournament here in a couple of weeks. This has been really, really special to see what they've done here tonight, as there's still everybody here just out on the floor celebrating.
Yeah, they've been awesome, and it hasn't just been one sport. I mean, I know football kind of gets the recognition, notoriety of some stuff, and those guys have been absolutely huge and loud and rambunctious and everything else you want to describe them as, which has been cool. And our soccer teams have been here night in and night out, and I mean all across the board. I'm gonna be honest with you. The gym today looks the way that it looks with decoration because of our volleyball team. I have no sense of style. I got none whatsoever. And so I reached out to Sophia and I just said, you guys make your gym look awesome on senior day. Would there be any chance that you guys would be willing to help us out? And I think it was like 7, 8, 9 girls that were there. They went shopping yesterday, got some stuff for us, gave them some money, and then they went to work here today. And just the selflessness of that program and Sophia of just being able to step up and do it and coming in themselves today is it's a community here at Mount Marty. That support's not everywhere. It isn't, and the friendships aren't everywhere. And Coach Michelotti to some people, Micheletti, you're getting him. Coach Heck is down there making sure the guys aren't getting worn down there. It's been huge. Baseball's been there every step of the way. I know they're playing today. They won the first game.
And second game, I do not have a score update at the moment. I was literally just trying to find that before you came and stood up.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I'm just excited for being able to reciprocate that for them.
No, 16-7 looks like they won.
Awesome. I mean, that's a good day. And then obviously Coach Bertram, right? Women's basketball.
Yeah.
And what an incredible win for them. Like I told him, he just did what he was supposed to do. What he believed that they could do, what their kids worked for. And so things are going in the right direction. And obviously, as you know, that's a lot of because of our leadership. It's because of Andy Bernardo and what he does. And so very, very much appreciative and thankful for him.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for your time today. Back at work tomorrow. But enjoy this one tonight. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
And that was head coach Colin Authier of the Mount Marty men's basketball team post-game from Saturday. This is the Lancer Locker on KYNT. We've heard from both the basketball coaches and senior in Deegan Williams. With that, let's take a break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes and we'll keep things rolling. We'll wrap things up, actually. Up next, you're listening to the Lancer Locker on KYNT.
There's a difference when a convenience store is locally owned, and you feel it the moment you stop at Triple Time Rudy's. You'll get great quality fuel to keep you on the move, plus local and regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner Lockers. It's the kind of place that's convenient and connected to your community. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling your community.
When First Dakota National Bank created Dakota Mac in 1993, we knew we could offer ag producers something few other banks dared to. Long-term, fixed-rate loans for ag real estate refinances and purchases. Today, we go by Landera, and we provide the same great service. And even more banking options to help your operation thrive for generations to come. Banking evolves. Trust endures. Landera, a division of First Dakota National Bank.
Hey Lancer fans, time to hit the court at Lewis & Clark Ford. The Ford F-150 is your power forward, strong and ready for any challenge.
The Ford Escape is your point guard, fast, agile, and perfect for daily drives.
The Ford Explorer is your center, big, bold, and built for the whole team. Meet our new finance manager and sales manager, plus an all-new sales team, bringing fresh hustle and hometown heart.
Check out the full lineup at lewisandclarkford.com.
Lewis & Clark Ford, your home court for unbeatable deals, right at 4th and Capitol in Yankton.
Long day, good day, either way, Yankton Pizza Ranch makes it easy. Our buffet is always ready with fresh pizzas, mouth-watering desserts, and the country's best chicken. No waiting, no stress, just grab a plate and enjoy. So when you need comfort made simple, make today a buffet day at Yankton Pizza Ranch. Buffet every day from 11 to 8.
It's where life tastes better. Surround them up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more, all at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, bison, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. The Meat Lodge in Yankton on the way to the lake on Highway 52. For more, call 689-3000 or go to themeatlodge.com.
All right, back here in the Lancer Locker on KYNT, 102.1 FM, AM 1450. Thank you to those three people we had on the show and calling off here. Alan Bertram, post-game interviews from Saturday, and to Deegan Williams as well for coming in and talking with us. I'm looking forward to seeing what that guy's got in store for the future. That's a really cool thing, getting married this upcoming summer. That is a really, really cool thing. I think June 6th is the wedding date for that guy. That is awesome. That is really, really cool. And congratulations to those two there on the wedding that is upcoming here soon. And of course, graduation turning into a pretty good year for that young man, I tell you what. All right, that's going to do it for the Lancer Locker today. Our upcoming schedule will be down in Seward, Nebraska to take for the Lancers basketball games with Concordia on Wednesday evening. Start time at 6 o'clock. As always, we'll go live here at 5:15 for pregame.